All right. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to this 60-minute powerful yoga flow class. I'm really happy that you're here. Today's practice is another of the Unstick Your Spine series. So there's going to be a lot of twisting, a lot of back bending, side bending, and lots of love for the lower back and the hips, all of which contribute to discomfort all through the back and the spine. We'll do a little neck stuff, little chest and shoulders stuff. So I hope by the time we're done, you feel like 2 inches taller and a little more calm and present with yourself. So in terms of props, you will not need anything. Oh wait, if you have one yoga block, grab at least one. If you have two, they can be useful. If you don't have something that could double as a yoga block handy, it'll be okay. It's an optional prop to add a little bit of muscle engagement to some certain shapes. If you like to follow along with the playlist, I've linked it down below. We're going to get started laying down on our backs in reclined bound angle pose. So I'm pressing play onto the playlist right now and start to make your way down onto the floor. You can put your feet to touch, let your knees open wide, laying your spine down nice and long. And this feels like too much on the hips. You might put your blocks or your pillows, what have you, underneath the backs of your thighs near your knees for a little more support. And today, bring your left hand onto your heart and your right hand onto your low belly. And position your hands so that both of your elbows can still rest down on the ground. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Give yourself a minute to orient yourself in this space. Dropping into the moment. Turning our attention away from the busyness of the mind and into the body. Slowly scan your body, starting at the top of your head and moving down. Just noticing everywhere you're making contact with the earth beneath you. And take a moment to acknowledge anything that's followed you onto your mat, whether that's any big emotions, any mental busyness, maybe just the general mood you're feeling today. Take a big breath in and acknowledge any of that stuff. And with a big breath out, invite acceptance and allowing. Letting it be here. Again, like that, big breath in through the nose, acknowledging, noticing, being present with what is. And breathing out, inviting softness, but still allowing it to be here. A couple more rounds like this on your own, inviting a deep sense of presence and awakeness to your experience. Good. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. Bring both hands onto the earth at your sides, palms facing up. We'll do some snow angels here to start to warm up through the shoulders and stretch the side body. So as you breathe in, dragging the backs of your hands along the earth, reach up and overhead as high as you can. And let your breath out, take your arms back down to your sides. Again, just like that, moving really slowly, thinking about lengthening your wingspan as long as you can. Nice job. Find 3 more of these on your own. Move slower than your body or your brain wants you to. Really noticing all those places you can access and stretch just by thinking about the length of your arms. Nice job. One more. At the bottom of your next exhale, bring your hands to the outsides of your knees, close your legs up like a book. You can set your blocks off to the side if they were near you. Hug your knees in towards your chest and start to just gently rock side to side. Checking in with the low back. Maybe this feels like a little massage. Maybe you're like, I never understand what teachers are saying when they say that, and that's okay too. And now we'll start to draw some circles with the knees in different directions. So whatever direction comes first. And imagine that you're drawing a really big Venn diagram with the knees where they barely come to touch in the middle, but most of the circles go outside away from each other. Still keeping the breath going, still keeping the shoulders soft. And switch directions of your circles, same Venn diagram. Getting out all those clicks in the hip. All right, when you're done with your last circle, send your feet up towards the sky. Find a happy baby. Take it easy here. Maybe you can easily reach for your feet, but maybe you grab for the backs of your calves. Maybe you hook your arms against the backs of your knees. Think about kicking your heels up towards the sky and then pulling your legs down towards your chest at the same time. Maybe you're rocking side to side, just stretching through the hamstrings and the hips. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, release your legs back down to the floor. Grab for one of your blocks. We'll use it as a prop to bring some inner leg line engagement to bridge pose. So squeeze the block in between your thighs. Feet are flat on the ground. Palms can go flat at your side as well. Gently hug the block with your thighs as you breathe in. Lift your hips up. Keep breathing here. Wiggle your shoulder blades together beneath you to open up across your collarbones. And then take a moment to check in with the quality of engagement through your lower body. Visualize the whole surface area of the bottoms of your feet. Think about using all of that area to push down. Notice your quads ignite. Think about engaging your hamstrings, the backs of your thighs, and your glutes. And think about sending your tailbone longer towards the wall in front of you, so away from your head. And then last thing here, notice if you're really reaching up, your rib cage might be up and out. Can you energetically draw your rib cage in towards your belly button? This might be a really subtle shift. Notice the way the core engages. Notice any heat or any shaking through the thighs. We're still hugging the block. Take a big breath in, reach your fingertips up and back. And as you exhale, slowly lower the hips back down. Beautiful. Let's flow 4 times here. Inhale, lift the hips, option to lift the arms. And exhale, lower. 3 more. Thinking about all those different places of focus and engagement. You could bring this apparently simple shape, but we can bring a lot of focus. So good. Beautiful control. All right, we've got 1 more together. Make it your best one. Breathing in. And breathing out. Nice job. All the way down. Hips hit the floor. Release the block from your side. Hug your knees back up into your chest. All right, and we'll do some dead bug here to start engaging through the core. In order to safely twist and do some of the other spinal movements we'll be playing with throughout class, you want to feel really solid and foundational in the core. So tabletop your knees. Think about sending your knees right over your hips and then squish your low back to the ground. It'll probably bring your knees towards your face. Now manually push them away so knees are over hips. This is already a lot of engagement. You could stay right here playing with pressing your palms into your thighs and then meeting that resistance with your legs. If you want to move on together, as you breathe in, start to lower just the right heel towards the earth. The knee can stay as bent or as straight as feels good. Low back is still squished. And as you exhale, come back up. Go to the other side. Inhale, lower the left heel. Option to straighten. And exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, lower the right leg. Press your left hand into your left thigh. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, lower left. Exhale, lift. Good. Do 3 more rounds. You got this. Focus on the quality of this movement rather than the speed. And if that means you don't get 3 in because you're moving so slowly and carefully, it's totally okay. Keep your low back squished down. Notice any tension that's crept up into your face or maybe into your shoulders. How might you relax that while still working? Last round if you're moving with me. Woo! A sweet release is coming, my friends, when you finish your last little one. Hug the knees into the chest. Beautiful job. All right, let the knees drop over towards the right. Send your arms out towards the like a T. Little gentle twist for the spine. You might rearrange your shoulders so that both shoulder blades rest down on the ground. If it feels good, gaze towards your left fingertips. Take 3 breaths into your belly button here. Good. Gently hug your knees back into your chest. Send your knees off towards the left side this time. Same shape, different direction. Gazing off towards the right if that feels good. 3 breaths into the fingertips. You could breathe into your fingertips. That's a confusing thing I just said, but try it. Good. Gently return your knees to center. We're going to add, you guessed it, a little flow, a little extra engagement here. We're still warming up through the core. So with your arms out at a T, knees hugged in towards your chest. As you inhale, drop your knees off towards the right side. They're hovering though, they're hovering. Hold it here, you got it. See if you might experiment with straightening your legs any amount. This brings a little more intensity. Take 1 more breath in. And as you exhale, come back to center. Good. Inhale to hover off towards the left. We're holding here for a minute. We're testing our boundaries, finding our edge. Maybe you straighten, breathe in. And as an exhale, come back to center. Good. Off to the right, breathe in. And exhale to center. Inhale to the left. Exhale, center. Great control. Let's do 2 more together. Inhale to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale to the left. Exhale, center. Last round through. Stick with it. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to the left. And exhale back to center. Nice job. All right, last thing on our back here is a delicious stretch. So grab your block again, lay down flat on your back. You're gonna put this block underneath your sacrum. So lower than your low back, but higher than your like peach emoji butt. So right there in the middle where there's the like a little flat triangle right above your tailbone. That's where we want the block to be. And this is a really nice hip flexor stretch. So you're gonna let the right leg go long. You're gonna hug the left knee up and in. And now if you're really tight through the hips, or maybe you've been sitting down all day, you might feel this already, but you can start to encourage the lengthening of this right hip flexor by doing 2 things. One is reaching through the right toes. The foot could be down on the ground, but you might feel more of a stretch if you're still continually reaching forward with your long right leg. And then the counter pressure of squeezing the left knee in and also resisting that squeeze, so pushing your left leg away from you, can also help to open through the inner hip, the inner thigh of the left leg. So 2 more breaths here, lengthening, active stretches. Nice, and when you're ready, we'll gently drag the right heel back up and in. And we're gonna switch out our sides. So the left leg reaches, reaches, reaches. And the right leg squeezing up and in towards the right armpit. Take a moment to adjust to find the level, the intensity of reach, of push and pull that feels really good to you here. Take 3 breaths, relax your face, relax your heart. Good job. When you're ready, gently hug the left knee back in. Both feet go flat on the floor. Release this block from beneath you. Take a moment just to feel your whole spine down on the ground. And we're going to make our way to tabletop next. So you can roll right over, make your way there if you like to do the rock and roll of the spine. We'll meet together in tabletop in 4, in 3, in 2. Oh gosh, in 1. Tabletop. Sometimes you get too excited about the rock and roll. Too stoked. Okay, we're going to do cat and cow. Give your hands a really wide base here. Push your hands down into the earth as you breathe in. Drop your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your chin. Now as you exhale, round and curl your spine. Look at your belly button. Think about pushing your hands into the earth. Let's flow now. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Good. Take several more of these on your own. Add in any other little movements you can tell your body is asking for. Notice how the neck feels, how the upper, middle, lower back are feeling. Good. Take 2 more full rounds of this shape. Beautiful job. All right, when we're all done, we're gonna meet in gate pose. So you'll be standing on your left knee with the right leg out long. A couple things that can help make this more comfortable for you. Bring your block, or if you have something to help you reach the ground, bring it to your left side so the right leg is out long. And if you have sensitive knees, you might grab a blanket to fold and put underneath it. You can also double or even triple fold your mat for a little more support. So block is on the left side, right leg is long. As you inhale, reach your fingertips up. And as you exhale, bend towards your long legs. This is a big stretch through the left hip, left side body. Give yourself a couple moments here to sink into the stretch. Notice where you need to feel firm and stable in order to open up along the side. Good. Breathe in, come right back to center, both arms high. And as you exhale, we're going to go down towards the earth, but squeeze your right glute to keep the stability through your core. Your hand might reach the ground. Maybe your left hand is on the block. Find a big stretch, whatever feels good for you in this. This is kind of like a modified side plank. And we're about to flow between this shape and the first stretch, bringing a little bit of activation to the core, some strengthening for the obliques. And know that this movement could be really small, especially if it feels challenging to you today. So challenge yourself, but know that there are no rules. You can take it as easy as you want. So as you breathe in, use all the core strength you can muster. Come back up to center, inhale. And exhale towards your extended leg. Good, inhale, center. Exhale down towards the earth. You might touch, you might choose to hover. Good, inhale all the way up this time, all the way towards the long leg. And exhale all the way down. Stay lifted through your heart. We're gonna do one more round of this. You're doing amazing. Inhale all the way up. And exhale all the way down. Give yourself a moment to hover and then stick the landing. Now swoop your right arm forward, stick your hips back. Right leg stays as it is, so your butt is reaching back behind you. This is a stretch for the inner thigh of the right leg. You might take a moment to just kind of shift your hips side to side. Find a stretch that feels good. Good, and now we're gonna move towards the right leg. So pivot your chest over your thighs. That was a really clunky cue. I'm very sorry. We're in half splits now. You can grab for those blocks again, bring them on either side of you for a little more support. Big stretch for the back of the right leg, all your hamstrings. You might feel this in your low back too. You can keep the knee as bent or as straight as feels good, but take a couple breaths to explore these sensations here. Good. Now crawl forward so your fingertips frame your foot. Right knee is bent. Walk your hands up your right thigh and adjust your legs so that you're not in like a deep lunge forward, but you start to feel a gentle stretch through these left hip flexors. So push your left toes down into the ground. You might have your back toes tucked. Think about firming the left glute. And then you might experiment with lunging just a tiny bit deeper, or maybe this is good. You can also reach the left fingertips up and then bring a slight bend towards your right leg. This is really about stretching and lengthening the left hip flexor. Breathe in. Breathe out, return to center. You can bring your hands back to the earth. We're gonna set this up from the beginning on the other side. So you might come to a tabletop. We'll make our way to gate pose on the other side. So the left leg will be nice and long. You might double, triple fold your mat on the right side. You might put your block over here on the right. Take as much time as you need. All right, so left leg is long. Kneeling on the right knee, standing up tall and proud. Chest is lifted as you breathe in, reach up. And as you exhale, bend to your left. Big stretch through the right side body. You don't have to go as deep as you can right away. Let this be a little bit of a wait and see how it goes situation. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, right to center. And as you exhale all the way down for that big modified side plank stretch, leave a couple breaths here to open up in whatever way feels good. I think this is my favorite yoga pose right now. Fun fact. Highly recommend. Oh. Good. All right, we're going to flow 3 times between those 2 shapes. Before we rise back up, pin your pinky edge of your left foot down and squeeze your left hip and glute. Then using your core, maybe the help of your hand, return to center, breathe in. And exhale, bend to the left. Nice, inhale to center. Exhale all the way down with control. Maybe you hover, maybe you rest the fingertips. Inhale all the way up into the side bend this time. Exhale all the way down to hover. So strong, beautiful control. Let's go one more time through. Inhale all the way up. And exhale all the way down. At the last minute, rest your hand on the earth. Swoop your left hand forward. Send your hips back in space. Whoa, we're looking for a stretch through the inner thigh on the left leg. Make some little micro adjustments so you find a version of this that's feeling good to you. Good, and now we'll pivot our body to face the left foot. So the right leg goes back behind you like your little kickstand move. And then frame your chest over your left leg. Invitation to bring these blocks back for a little bit more support. Ouch, as you're here in half split. Think about keeping your spine really long here, like it's on this high diagonal rather than really curled over your leg. You might use the blocks to help keep your chest lifted. Maybe you're sending your toes side to side, just noticing the way that impacts the way the hamstrings are feeling today. Nice, and now we'll lunge into the left knee, bring your hands to frame your foot. Walk your hands up your left thigh, adjust as you need to so that your left heel is pretty much underneath the right knee. You might scooch it a little further in front so you can find a little bit of a lunge here. But again, this is more about lifting up out of the hips rather than crashing forward. So firm your right glute. Notice how that strengthening sensation through the hip brings a stretch to the front. Lift the right arm up, inhale. As you exhale, bend to the left, keeping that engagement through the right glute, thinking about stretching the right hip flexors down. One more round of breath. Good, inhale to center. And exhale, hands come back down to the earth. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Keep one of your blocks at the front of your mat, wherever the front is for you. Good, downward facing dog is where we meet. If there's a routine you like here, you kind of move through it now. I invite you to pedal out through your feet. Just think about lengthening both of your legs, stretching your tailbone as far away from your toes as you can. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good, inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose, feet come up behind your wrists, let your head hang really heavy. Good, the invitation here is to find that ragdoll swimming twist. So bring your block, optional, right underneath your nose. Place your left hand onto the block, bend your left knee. As you breathe in, reach the right arm up, big twist. Give yourself a moment here to lengthen through both arms. Choose to look up or down. Breathe in, reach 1 inch higher. And as you exhale, reach the right arm forward, 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 like you're swimming, and then down. And we'll do that on the other side. Right fist or hand on the block. Bend the right knee, inhale. Peel the left fingertips towards the sky. Pause, lengthen your wingspan. Breathe in. Exhale, swim forward, really reaching, moving slowly. And we'll flow through twice now. Left hand on the block, inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, swim forward. Good, right hand on the block or the floor, inhale, reach high. Exhale, reaching forward. Nice job last time through. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale, swim forward. Good. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, swimming forward. Beautiful job. Set the block off towards the side. Wiggle your feet a little closer together. We're going to come to a standing position. You might roll up one vertebrae at a time or bring your hands to your hips and lift up. Good. All right. Nice long warm-ups. We're feeling a little more limber. We're going to start to get things moving now. So you're standing at the front of your mat. Feet are a comfortable width apart. Toes are spread wide, using the whole surface area of the feet here. As you breathe in, sweep your arms up high. As you exhale, twist to the right. Reach the right arm back, left arm forward. Glance down at your right hip. Notice if it's opened up to help with this twist. Think about driving both of your hip points straight forward like headlights. Take one more breath in, lengthen through your fingertips. One more breath out, reach to the top of your head. Good, inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core to help keep your hips in place, reaching through both fingertips, spreading the collarbones wide, breathe in. Breathe out, I love it. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend, squeeze your glutes, lift up through your heart, option to cactus your arms. Good, inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold forward, come down, bend your knees. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank and pause, plant your palms, shoulder width distance, step straight back. Good, we're gonna move on to Cobra from here, but you're welcome to hold high plank at any time rather than moving on. And if you're gonna stay here, think about using your whole body to help support you in this shape. So squeeze your legs, squeeze your glutes. Think about hugging your hip points up to your ribs. It's weird, it really makes you think about it. Think about spreading your fingers wide, pushing your arms down, hugging your thumbs towards each other to fire up your pecs. Good. And then think about lengthening the back of your neck. So where might you look to find that long spine extending through the crown of the head? Breathe in here. You got it. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly with control. Invitation to drop to your knees first. Inhale, Cobra Pose. Cricket your elbows behind you. Send your shoulders away from your ears. Drag your heart forward. Again, find that long back of the neck here. Breathe in. Can you push your pelvis down to 1 inch higher? Exhale, lower down. Beautiful job. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, strong through the feet and legs. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, twist left. Nice job. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Soften your knees. Inhale, lift half. Exhale, high plank and hold or lower to your belly with control. Inhale, Cobra Pose. Pinch your elbows together. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. One more time through, all on your own. We'll meet in downward facing dog. You're welcome to add on, take away. If you totally forget what comes next, just do literally anything. There are no rules here. Keep following your breath to the end of each inhale and exhale. The movement is an extension of the breath. Beautiful job. Down dog is where we meet. Nice job. We're meeting together in downward facing dog. You have about 2 more breaths to meet us here if you're not here yet. And as we move on together to our sun B, make sure that there is a block at the front of your mat. Good, let's move on together. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward, fold, walk to meet your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward, grab your block. Inhale, chair pose, stick the block between your thighs, sink your hips down and back. Good, squeezing the block helps you use your whole lower body here to support, also makes you turn on your core. So think about sinking your hips further back in space. Think about turning on your hamstrings to help support you here. And then what would it be like to find a little bit of Cobra Pose through your heart? Not a full back bend, but just a lift here. Good. Inhale, reach your fingertips up, up, up. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep squeezing that block. Good. Inhale, center, reach. Exhale, twist to the left. Sink your hips a little further back. You got it. One more time through. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Can you sink a little lower? Yes, you can. Inhale, center. So strong. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold forward. Release the block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, kick the right leg up high. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. You're here for 4, for 3, for 2 and 1. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, move with control. You can take a couple steps. Plant your left hand or fist. Inhale, twist, reach the right arm up high. Good, we're here for a moment. Activate the back leg for more support. Think about driving your right hip crease back in space. Good, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, both hands come to the floor. Inhale, high crescent lunge, reach your arms forward and then up. Continue to breathe here. You might move your hands to your hips, move left hip more forward, right hip more back. Maybe you add a little bit of a bend to the back knee if that helps your pelvis feel a little more comfortable here. Wherever you are, think about scissoring your legs towards each other, activating your inner leg line, reach your hands up. Exhale, open twist, reaching the right arm back, left arm forward. Good, now this twist is challenging. It takes a lot of core strength to be here. So know that there's no expectation that you like dive straight into it. This might be a bit of a conversation between your breath and your body. So you think, how might I engage my core to bring this twist more from the upper back? Maybe you can reach the fingertips long. Good. Inhale, warrior 2, spiral open. Back foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. Toes might be turned in a little bit. Find a strong lunge in this front knee. I know your legs are tired. This is how we build strength and stability. We get stronger. Trust that you're stronger than you're giving yourself credit for in this moment. Stay connected to your breath. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle. Option to use your arm against your thigh to open up the right hip, or option to find kind of this like floating seaweed shape, like when we were doing our side bends and gate pose. Maybe you lift the right arm up in front of you, or maybe you send it back towards your back foot. Either way, inhale, reverse warrior, keep the bend. You're reaching up and maybe back. We're gonna flow that twice. Take one more breath in. Exhale, extended side angle, option to float. Inhale, reverse warrior, leg is shaking, you're breathing. Exhale, extended side angle, so good. Inhale, reverse warrior, this is your last one. Exhale, extended side angle, good. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, high to low plank, or high plank to cobra. Make your way down onto your belly, great control. Inhale, Cobra Pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, let's go nice and slow on the other side. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. You're here for 4, for 3, for 2. Grip the mat with your fingers and inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, move with control. Right hand plants on the ground, squeeze the right leg, inhale, twist, reaching the left fingertips up. Continue to breathe here, lengthen both arms, squeeze the back leg, engage your core, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, nice job. Inhale, high crescent, reaching forward, up and back. Good, take a minute to get situated here. You know the twist is coming. So how might you kind of set yourself up here? Maybe you don't take quite as long of a stance. You know you can continue to work hard if you conserve that little bit of energy. Hug your heels towards each other like you could scrunch up your mat. As you breathe in, reach your arms up high. Exhale, left arm back, twist. It might be a little more challenging to twist in this direction. So how do you notice that in your body and respond to it? Leading first with the breath. Think about a string reaching the top of your head long. Think about how core strength might bring one more degree to this twist. One more breath in and a breath out. You're doing amazing. Inhale, warrior 2, open up. Good. You can straighten and bend this front leg. We've got a little more work for this knee coming. You can totally do it. Settle into your warrior 2. Arms are out long and strong. Both legs are powerfully anchored into the earth. Hug your heels towards each other. Breathe in here. Exhale, extended side angle. Option to use your leg to push against. Option to try for some sort of a floating moment. We got options. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep that lunge. Nice job. Relax your shoulder away from your ear. We're going to flow 3 times. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe you're floating. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. We got 1 more time through. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Yes, you can. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Stay for a moment. Enjoy the non-lunge in the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, high plank to your belly. Move slowly and intentionally. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We're going to flow through now just once on each side, matching breath to movement. We will do that little flow 3 times on each side. Before you start to spin a story in your head about how hard that's going to be, stick with your breath, trust your body to pull through and see how it goes. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Grab your block. Inhale, chair pose. Sink to your depth. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. You're doing great. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Yes. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Release the block. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high plank to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, twist, left hand to the ground, right hand high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent lunge, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior, keep the lunge. Exhale, extended side angle, nice job. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. We've got 1 more, give it your best. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Yes, inhale, triangle, reverse, straighten. Exhale, high plank to your belly. Inhale, Cobra Pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, down dog. All right, last side, you got it. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the right palm, inhale, twist. Exhale, lower. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up with strong legs. Exhale, twist, left arm back. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle, here we go. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, stick with it. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle, once more through, you can do it. Inhale. And exhale, you got it. Finish strong. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, low lunge, high plank to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take a big breath in here. And as you exhale, lower to your knees, find child's pose. Hard work is over. Now you get to reap the benefits of how warm your muscles are, and we'll get into some nice slow stretching. So take these couple moments here, turned inward, just to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? How's practice been so far for you? Now that there's some heightened awareness to the experience of being here, are there messages your body's sharing with you that you might be able to listen to a little more carefully? I know that there's still about 10 minutes left of class. There's plenty of time to give your body or your mind what it's asking for, which might just be to stay in child's pose the rest of the time. It's all good. Gently press up into tabletop. Do some thread the needle here, stretching into that upper spine. Bring your right hand to the earth. As you inhale, reach your left fingertips up. And as you exhale, left arm draws under the bridge of the right, resting the side of your head, side of your left shoulder on the ground. Breathe here. Good. Bring your right hand back to the earth. If it left, inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, return to earth. Let's switch sides. Left hand right in the middle of your mat. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, thread the needle. To intensify this stretch, push the right arm down into the ground. You might even use the left arm to apply a little counter pressure, deepening this twist. Good. Push into your left hand. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, back to tabletop. Good. All right, have a seat flat onto your bum. Send your left leg long, then hug your right knee up as much as it feels comfortable to bend. You can use your right hand behind you for some support. Don't let yourself kind of collapse down. See if you might keep your heart lifted. Maybe you use a block behind you if that helps. As you inhale, reach your left arm up. And as you exhale, turn and hug your bent right knee. So this might feel similar to thread the needle. Could not remember those words. But it's a little bit of a different stretch through the upper back. If you want more, take your elbow onto the outside of your knee. But if that's too much, just give it a big hug. Energetically lift up through the heart, through the top of the head. 2 more breaths here. Gently return to center. And we're going to trade out our legs, do that on the other side. Right leg is long, left knee hugs up. Left hand onto the ground behind you for some support. Inhale, right arm up, up, up. Exhale, either turn to hug the left knee, or maybe you're pinching the leg using your elbow. Take 3 big breaths into your upper back. Good. When you're ready, return to center. Nice job. Give your legs a little bit of a wiggle here. Next, we're going to get into the hips. So to start, send your hands back behind you. You're still holding your chest up proud. Legs can be a little further, much further apart than hips distance. And as you breathe in, we're going to lift through the heart. And as you exhale, just drop both legs off to one side. So you're getting big internal rotation through one hip, little external rotation through the other. We'll work on this more in a minute. Inhale to center. And exhale, drop to the other way. Inhale, center, one more time through. And exhale, drop. This time with your back hip, you might experiment with kind of squeezing through the glute, noticing if that stretches through the quad or through the right front hip. And then on the other side, inhale to center. And exhale, knees the other way. Again, maybe you're using glute strength to push into the back hip, noticing any stretches through the quad. Good, and now knees return to center. In lieu of figure four or pigeon, we're gonna take the 90-90 shape. If you would just prefer one of those other shapes, or if this does not feel good to you, we're stretching the outer hips here. So for 90-90 shape, first bring your right leg in front of you. It's called 90-90 because there are a lot of 90-degree angles happening. So right leg is shooting straight out from your body. Then your shin is as parallel as you can, or yeah, perpendicular to your knee, and then flex your toes back towards your face. And then same thing with this back hip. Your left thigh is coming straight out horizontally, and then ankle directly under knee, and then active toes flexing back. So from here, we're gonna shift more weight towards the front and start to lean over the right thigh. So both of these legs are active. You're actively flexing these back toes to keep your left knee down. Back hip is an internal rotation, but you might be especially feeling this stretching sensation through the right hip. So we're kind of leaning like diagonally over the right leg. This is an active hip stretch. Take a couple breaths here, keeping your spine as long as you can. Good, and now come back to center, lifting yourself up tall and proud. Pivot your shoulders to face towards your back leg and just check in with this. We're not gonna do much more here, but just notice what this range of motion is like for you. The right knee is gonna wanna start picking up, might be really uncomfortable through the left hip. It's okay, we're kind of just testing what this range of mobility is like for us. Good, and then gently pivot back to center. We're gonna switch out our legs. So to do that easily, flip on your heels and you just go like this. And now the left leg is in front. This doesn't work for me because this thing is in the way. But we're setting up the same way. Left leg in front, 90, 90, 90, 90. Both legs are active. Before we move into the stretch, just take a moment to notice how this feels different. Notice the right hip in internal rotation. Notice the left hip in external rotation. Breathe in, lift up through the heart. And then as you exhale, you might crawl forward. Again, it's kind of like forward and then off to your left, following the direction of your knee. Big stretch for the outer left hip and glute. 4 breaths here. Gently return to center. And again, we're just going to check in with the back hip. So turn your body to face the right hip. Woo-hoo. Again, notice how much the left knee lifted up. Notice what the right hip feels like. And then maybe you think, perhaps one day I'll work on my hip mobility. Me too. All right, good. Return to center. You can roll onto your bum to set your legs free. Give them a little wiggle. Send your feet straight out in front of you. Flex your toes back towards your shin. Breathe in, reach all the way up. And exhale, seated forward fold, draping your chest over your legs. For more of a low back release, bend your knees so much that you can give yourself a hug. If you're loosening up the hamstrings, you might play with bending and then straightening. Maybe you're rocking side to side. Gently roll back up to a tall seat, and with control, make your way all the way down onto your back. Hug the right knee up and in towards your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, supine twist. Right leg comes across your body. Let your hips stack right on top of each other. Encourage your arms open. See if you might allow both shoulder blades to anchor down. And then take 3 big breaths to wherever you're feeling the most tightness or tension here. Hug the right knee back in towards your chest. Give it a squeeze and then swap it out for your left leg. As you breathe in, squeeze the left knee up and in. And as you exhale, twist the other way. Adjusting your hips so that they're right on top of each other, letting the arms untangle nice and long. Same thing here, 3 breaths to your stickiest spot. Bring the left knee back into center, give it a hug. Send the right knee up to meet it. Find happy baby pose. We're gonna finish class seated today, doing a breath called square breath or box breath. Actually, we don't have to be seated. I was gonna say, let's do alternate nostril breathing, but we're touching our feet right now. So we're gonna lay down and do box breathing. And when you're all ready, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug. And as you exhale, find your final resting shape, whatever feels supportive and relaxing to you. I invite you to bring your left hand back to your heart, your right hand back to your belly. And for box breathing here, we're drawing 4 corners of a square. They're all the same length. So we're gonna inhale for the count of 4, hold it for the count of 4, exhale for 4, and then hold for 4 more before beginning again. Breathe in for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Keep going on your own. Let the body consciously soften as you hold and as you exhale. Letting the body rebound open with each inhale. Finish 2 more rounds on your own. And when you're ready, we'll press ourselves up to a tall, proud seat. Sitting with your spine as long and tall as you can, and we'll close things out together with 3 big breaths. Take a breath in. You might reach your fingertips up high. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more. Breathing in, expanding, feeling long and strong. Breathing out. Last one. Breathing in, biggest breath of all Wednesday. And breathing out. Draw your hands to your third eye center, merging heart and mind. And we bow in gratitude to each other to this amazing practice. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you're feeling really good. Next week, we'll be back, same time, same place. If you have requests or questions, I love to hear from you. That's it. Thank you so much. Take really good care. Until next time, and I'll see you then.